All right, we're trying to save power with Mili Majumdar of Terry. I think that's a very nice comment made by Manoj, which sounds very good, very holistic. On the macro level, we need to save power in this country, of course. But let's come back to each of us selfish human beings who consume electricity. Now, you mentioned all these new facilities that have come in the CFL and the T5s and whatever energy saving devices. The fact of the matter is, they all come at 6 to 8 to 10 to 15 to 20 times the cost at one time of cost. I mean, a T5 bulb cost about 600 bucks. A normal one, tube light, would cost me about 40 bucks. I mean, that's a 15-time difference.
Yeah, but you get a payback, within say 1 to 2 years of time. And every unit, I mean, if I take a cue from what we saw just now, every unit of electricity saved will ensure that you have a sustainable future in terms of, you think of the huge power cuts which we are having. Delhi had a 800 megawatt shortage, and it's now with the upcoming Commonwealth Games, 100 hotels coming up.
If you talk look, these things sound very good at a macro level, very holistic, they're very good. But if you sell this to a consumer, he's not going to buy it. He's not interested in what the country is. He's going to interested in how he's going to save his power.
But finally,
you've got to convince him how to save his power. Now, when you talk about saving power, you're going to sell him a tube light for 600 bucks as opposed to one which is a 40 bucks. You really got to convince him very hard. How do you convince him?
I convince him through the, the payback analysis, which looks good on paper, which looks really good.
That's the problem on paper. Upfront pay 600 bucks is not very simple. Why can't these prices come down? I mean, that is, but let's say twice or thrice a person can still think about it, but 15, 20 times it's a little bit much. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I do agree too. And what my feeling is, with economies of scale, it's certainly going to come down.
Right.
If you have seen how the CFL market has grown over the years, earlier it used to cost me 700 or 800 bucks to buy a compact.
I think the point which you're also trying to make is, apart from economy of scale, there has to be some subsidy given by the government.
Yes.
Because ultimately you're doing the country something good by saving power, right, in that effect. So I guess there has to be some mechanism built in now. Secondly, now whenever you sell a concept to a consumer saying like this is permanent, this whatever, in today's world he's not going to buy it. Today everybody's buying into change, be it a cell phone, be it your clothes which you wear, everybody wants change. How are you going to tackle that?
I guess they also want to change in their saving patterns, and it's money which they save, and that's what's most desirable, I think, any day.
Well, that's a smart answer.
Yeah.
That's a smart answer. At the end of it all, you see these things out here for good.
And it's change for good, It's not change for something which you lose out on. It's change for good, and you save something.
What are the new things that we'll be seeing apart from these? Anything else that is in the line of technology?
So in line of technology, while I'm on the building design, if you look at the windows market, which is yet to be which is yet to go a long way in the country, and with the commercial sector growing, that will play a very huge role in saving energy, especially in the corporate sector, in the commercial buildings. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that we have a tropical climate, so we tend to use a lot of glass for letting in daylight, but we also ingress a lot of sun. So now you have a lot of efficient window systems coming in, which can let in the light, the daylight component of spectrum, but not allow the sun to come in, which are of course 10 times more expensive. Again, you can argue with me on that, but it does pay back fairly well. So so what I want to emphasize is on an integrated approach to building design, where you do not look at isolated concepts. You do not look at exclusively lighting, AC, building design. You look at as an integrated framework, because it's a building as a whole which is going to consume.
Well, we get your message. In fact, in your effort to save energy, you brought a lot of energy of new ideas. Thank you so much for bringing that to us in the show. It's a pleasure talking to you, Mili.
Thank you.
There you are. Saving power, that seems to be the mantra for now. When we come back on the program, we'll take stock